Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Saturday, April 8, 2023, and giving you our team and total picks for today. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and to push the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Also check out our Patreon if you want access to our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money, and if you are interested in props and parlay picks, check out our new channel High Stakes Props and Parlays, where you can find our player props and parlay picks predictions. You will find the link to our Patreon and to our new channel in the description and comments section below. Seattle Mariners vs Cleveland Guardians. The Guardians have won 5 of their first 7 games. They are playing well offensively, scoring 19 runs in their last 3 games. Expect them to play well offensively in this game because they have done a great job against left-handers so far, and they've had a lot of success against Gonzalez, who has given up 7 runs in his last 3 starts against them. The Mariners lost 5 of their last 7 games. They have struggled offensively and were held to 3 runs or less in 4 of their 7 games. They have struggled against right-handers this season and will have a hard time scoring in this game because Quantrill has done a good job in 3 games against them, giving up 6 runs. The Guardians also have a very good bullpen and they lead the league with 4 saves, so don't expect them to give up a lot of runs in this game. Go with Cleveland to cover the money line. This is the second time that both Marco Gonzalez and Cal Quantrill will be pitching against these lineups, and they were both hit well in the first game. Grounding into double plays kills momentum in an inning, and these teams are both doing extremely well at avoiding that as the Mariners have hit into 3, while the Guardians have hit into 2 double plays so far this season. The over has hit in 10 of their previous 14 games against one another in Cleveland, so go with over 8.5 runs in this game. Chicago White Sox vs Pittsburgh Pirates. The White Sox are the best defensive team in the AL Central on paper, and I like their chances in this one with Mike Clevinger on the mound. Clevinger took on the Astros in his White Sox debut and was outstanding, sailing through 5 shutout innings. Clevinger has the stuff of an ace, and I expect a dominant season from the veteran. Furthermore, Pirates starter Vince Velasquez struggled in his season debut, squandering 3 runs including 2 homers in 4.2 innings against the Reds. Velasquez has not been a reliable option, reporting an ERA above 5 in 3 of his last 4 seasons. While Pittsburgh is winning games, they have scored 4 or fewer runs in 4 of their last 6 games, and that won't be enough considering a shaky Velasquez is on the hill. Our team pick is Chicago White Sox money line. Hard to take the under after these teams just totaled 22 runs in the first game of the series. I expect these games to continue to be high scoring when taking into consideration the quality of pitching from both teams and their success at the plate. The White Sox have scored at least 3 runs in all of their games so far and have gone over in every game this season except opening day, marking a streak of 6 straight games going over. The White Sox are going to hang up plenty of runs against their former teammate Vince Velasquez. For more details on him refer to the team summaries and spread prediction, but to put it in a nutshell, he is not very good. Mike Clevinger on the other hand should have a solid game, but for some reason Chicago just can't keep teams off the board, so do not be surprised if he gives up his fair share of runs. Both offenses have also been producing runs in bunches, and not only from the long ball. These teams have been piecing together runs and have been killing totals to start the season. Expect another high-scoring affair in Game 2, which we should see climb into the double digits. For these reasons, I am confident in taking the over 8.5 runs. New York Yankees vs Baltimore Orioles. The Yankees won 4 of their first 7 games. They are playing well offensively, scoring 4 or more runs in 5 of their 6 games. Even though they haven't hit the ball well against left-handers so far, expect them to play well in this game because Irvin struggled the last time he faced them, giving up 5 runs in 7 innings, and will have a hard time slowing them down once again. The Orioles split their first 6 games. They are playing well offensively, scoring 11 runs in their last 3 games. Even though they have hit the ball well against left-handers, they will struggle in this game because Cortez has been brilliant against them, going 3-0 in 5 starts against the Orioles. He gave up only 4 runs in those starts and will keep their offense in check once again. Go with New York to cover the run line. Our team pick is New York Yankees minus 1.5 runs. with both squads hitting top 10 in home run rate and also proving they can stretch their hits into extra bases. We could see a few multi-run innings from both squads here. Cortez didn't have the best start to 2023, and he's proven he can get hit early and have his rhythm disrupted. Irvin only made it 4 innings in his Orioles debut and will likely not be too aggressive, knowing the Yankees can make him pay off a single bad pitch. Expect to see runs here. Our total pick is over 8 runs. Los Angeles Dodgers vs Arizona Diamondbacks. Zach Davies will get the ball for Arizona for the 3rd game of this series on Saturday. He started against the Dodgers on April 2nd, allowing 4 hits and 1 run in 5 innings before exiting with a no decision. He also walked 2 batters and fanned 4. Davies is in his 9th season and has a career record of 58-53 and a 4.12 ERA. Entering Friday, the Diamondbacks have a team ERA of 5.25 and a WHIP of 1.50. Their opponents are batting .239 and scoring 5.1 runs per game. Offensively, the Diamondbacks rank near the bottom of baseball in most major statistical categories. Arizona is hitting .214 with a .598 ops and 4 home runs. They're scoring just 3.0 runs per game, but the Diamondbacks rank 3rd in the MLB with 9 stolen bases, though. Shortstop Geraldo Perdomo has the best individual statistics so far for Arizona, despite limited playing time. Perdomo is batting .429, with team-leading 4 runs scored and 4 RBI. He also has a stolen base. Arizona's regulars haven't given them very much offensively all season, and they're facing an LA lineup that is loaded with stars. Considering how Arizona has struggled at the plate, I think the Diamondbacks are lucky the Dodgers are not better than 3-2 against them this season entering Friday. I'm taking the Dodgers on Saturday because Noah Syndergaard is 3-1 with 2.27 ERA in 5 career starts against the Diamondbacks. His 3.22 ERA against NL West teams is his lowest ERA against any division in baseball. Zach Davies, on the other hand, went 0-2 with a 5.82 ERA in 5 starts last season against Los Angeles. Davies also has a 4.27 ERA in night games during his career, compared to a 3.88 ERA during day games. The Dodgers have outscored their opponents 23-8 in their last 3 games entering Friday night, and I'm going to keep riding that wave on Saturday. Give me Los Angeles minus 1.5 runs. Syndergaard was dominant in his first start for Los Angeles, and I think he has a real shot at a great season in a Dodgers uniform. His control was on point last week, and I think he'll stay hot against an Arizona team that has scored 2 or fewer runs in 5 out of 7 games so far entering Friday. Statistically, Los Angeles has been pretty good across the board through the first week of the season, but they only rank 15th in batting average. I'm not expecting a ton of hits in this game, but the Dodgers should make enough plays to win by 2 or 3 runs. I'm siding with the under on Saturday. Washington Nationals vs Colorado Rockies. I like the Rockies' bats to awaken this weekend back in the friendly confines of Coors Field. They also match up against the Nats' Williams, who has a propensity for giving up the long ball. That will not likely play well in homer-friendly Coors Field. The Nats struggled against another left-hander in the opener of this series, Freeland, and now face Gomer, who pitched very well in April of 2022. Heading into Friday night's game, the Nats lineup is averaging just 2 runs per game, scoring more than 2 runs just twice on the season. The Rockies have a slightly more potent lineup than the Nats and typically thrive in their home ballpark. Take the Rockies with the money line. It was kind of funny to see the first game at Coors Field be a low-scoring 1-0 decision on Thursday. That won't last long, though, as warmer temperatures on the horizon in Denver this weekend, and I expect the ball to start carrying out of Coors Field. Neither team has a very good ERA at the moment, and Coors Field isn't the place you want to go in order to get that straightened out. The Rockies' offensive numbers are not great right now, but remember they began the year at San Diego and at Los Angeles. Last season, the Rockies scored 214 more runs at home than they did on the road. They batted .283 at Coors Field, compared to just .225 on the road. If there's ever a time to start putting more runs on the board, it will be Saturday against a starting pitcher that has struggled against them historically. The Nationals should have plenty of chances to improve their offensive numbers as well, as Gomer is coming off of a 2022 campaign where his ERA was 5.56. I'm siding with the over 10.5 runs. Toronto Blue Jays vs Los Angeles Angels. As a staff they've posted a 3.12 ERA, 6th in the majors. The starting staff has been very strong, giving up only 10 earned runs over 32 innings. The starters have a 2.81 ERA and 1.16 whip, while opponents have hit just .195 against them over their first 6 games. Anderson, who is starting on Saturday, had a big debut in his first start for the Angels, tossing 6 scoreless while striking out 4 in a 6-0 shutout over Oakland. The Angels' southpaw has one career outing against Toronto, a 6-inning start in which he allowed 2 earned runs on 8 hits, earning a loss. This will be the Blue Jays' 9th game on the road to start their season, and surely, they are gearing up for their return trip north. Of course, they will come to compete and have a strong enough offense that even on a bad night they could do damage. But this is a very long time for any team to go before getting to your home opener. Toronto has faced a few lefties this season and are hitting .310 against them, but they have no home runs and have only scored 8 runs. Anderson will be making his first start in front of his new home crowd and wants to show them all he was worth the 3 years, $40 million he signed for in the offseason. His counterpart Barrios has not had much, if any, luck against the Angels in his history, and I feel like that continues here, especially after his first start of the season. The Angels are 4-0 in their last 4 at home versus right-handed starter, per covers.com. Take the Angels on the money line. We do have 2 strong offenses in this game, both capable of racking up the runs. The Blue Jays put up 10 runs in their season opener and have had 4 of their first 7 games hit 9 total runs or more. The Angels dropped 13 on Oakland in the second game of the season and have played in 3 games with 10 or more runs. Barrios likes to let up runs, and I think the Angels take full advantage here. The over is 8-1 in his last 9 starts on the road versus a team with a winning record. The over is also 4-0-1 in the Angels' last 5 games, where the total was set between 9 and 10.5. Take the over.